What is up, guys? The AIC has begun, and today we'll be reviewing the very first game of the AIC, because today in Europe, NA and Latin America, Krizzix is being released. So I thought I would review this game because right off the bat, Krizzix was picked in the very first game by Team Flash, as you can see there, with his cute little dog skin. And I played some ranked games. This hero is already getting banned. I didn't even see him in rank today. So, and he was very OP when he was first released in Honor of Kings. So I think we know that this is a very broken hero again. So, and the very next game it was already banned. So we'll see. As you can see there, this is one of his strengths. He's really good at helping the mid laner push the mid lane, because as you know, pro play is all about clearing that mid lane and then roaming as 3 jungle, mid lane and support. So yeah, okay, so on his side, on Krizzix's side, Team Flash is going with Omen top lane, laning against that Violet, Rourke in the jungle against Once, Abaya playing Krizzix. Ooh, seems like he's already getting ganked. Yeah, see, that's exactly what you want to do as Krizzix. You want to charge up the first ability, I think it is, and then right as it is about to explode, you flicker in and pull in the enemy. The Baldum ended up dying. He couldn't do anything there. He even used his flicker, but yeah. Anyway, so Liliana in the mid lane against the Krizzix on the opponent's side, and lastly we have the Hayate in the bot lane, who was laning against the Yena, but they lane swap now. Anyway, so as you can see, no one is running Endless Cycle, the enchantment, the little clock, the blue one, that makes you respawn if you press the button when you die, like respawn instantly. Beautiful. They get the, now that was, I believe, Krizzix's invisibility. If you walk through an enemy, it deals some damage, so I think he stole the dragon with that, which is like 80 damage or something, so that's kind of funny. Anyway, I believe Endless Cycle is banned this tournament so far, because they have a bug on the Thailand server where it keeps bugging out, so you can't use the enchantment. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure most of these teams would run it, but no one used it so far in the games that I checked out, so I believe it was banned at least the first day here. So because I would assume some of them would run it at least. Like, I think Krizzix likes it, stuff like that, you know. So yeah, anyway, you can see other than that, pretty usual enchantments. Interesting, a lot of Krizzix in solo queue still go with the shield. Yeah, this Violet is dead again. The Krizzix just pulling in the Baldum as well, Baldum taking a lot of damage in as a result of that, and they seem to be able to get this tower. Yes, they are. They will push this wave. And then Omen is already playing really well, going to the mid lane to clear out the wave while his mid laner is not there, so the tower doesn't take any damage. And now they're trying to play around this top side. You can see the Hayate is 1-0, 2.1k gold. He's pretty strong versus the 1.4k on the Violet, so they are trying to just keep feeding that Hayate a lot of gold, so they can just abuse that advantage there. So you can see the jungler again is trying, they're just trying to position around that top side. Again, Krizzix pulling in everyone. Hayate overextending a little bit, but he is fine, he survives. And yeah, Krizzix, as I said, he can make everyone invis, he can make himself invis, pull everyone in, deal a lot of damage with that pull, by the way. But he is gonna go down here to the Baldum. Yes, he does. He flickered a little bit too late. They are not able to get the Baldum either. Krizzix flickers in, very interesting. She does not have her ult available, so there's no way of killing that Liliana. So that was a little bit wasted. The Liliana going for the Magic Pierce boots. That is very interesting. Now you have to keep in mind with the enchantments, ever since they added the enchantments in AoV 3.0, they buffed everyone's armor and magic resistance all across the board. So a lot of these mages sometimes go Magic Pierce boots now, even though they used to not to do that. And it makes sense nowadays. So I will definitely test that out as well. And of course, Team Flash is the reigning world champion, so we should be expecting some good things of them, because they didn't change their roster either, so they still have their 5-star players, and so far they're looking really good in this game. And Rourke, of course, very interesting pick as well. Not really picked a lot, but I think he's really strong with Devil's Awakening. You can S1 dash in, auto attack, ult, and S1 and dash again, basically, because they have such a low cooldown. The 50% reduction, it instantly refreshes them almost, so it is definitely really strong. You can pretty much one-shot people in like 2 seconds with this hero nowadays. Again, the Krizzix is just being really annoying. The passive, also really strong. Whenever he's not visible for a couple seconds, he gets this auto attack, this enhanced auto attack, which slows enemies. And I believe it's an AoE auto attack. At least that's what it is in Honor of Kings, I think. I tried him one game and it seemed like it's an AoE. So yeah, really cool, definitely. Yeah, they're just trying to push now. The thing is, the enemies have a lot of wave clear. Like, they have Violet and Krizzix, so it's gonna be really hard to penetrate these towers, especially with a Hayate who doesn't have the biggest range, you know? It's not like a Violet or yeah. I just noticed I did a really terrible joke. I didn't even intend to. It's gonna be really hard to penetrate these towers because Hayate's range isn't that big. That is pretty funny. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying, they are just gonna rely on probably diving the enemies with Omen and Krizzix. They have a pretty good dive comp. They can also rely on Hayate and Liliana poke to poke away the enemies. But the enemies have so much range. Yeah, see, they just want to dive, and they have a very good dive team with Omen, damage reduction on S2, Krizzix pulling everyone together, running in fast, being able to engage, and of course the Omen ult. And the Rourke has so much lifesteal, so, and he can ignore CC, so yeah, they don't really care about towers too much. So I think they have enough of opportunities to deal with this insane wave clear, because the enemy's wave clear is truly insane. They also have a Yena, which is insane wave clear too, and they have Baldum, which can just ult your wave and you can't do anything, so it's gonna be really, really annoying to push these towers for Team Flash. So we might see a kind of a prolonged game, unless Team 1 makes some mistakes. You can see here Baldum might get caught, but the Krizzix is alone if you check the minimap, so he can't really do anything. This skin is kinda funny, man. I haven't seen it in game yet. This is the first time seeing it. It's kinda funny. Anyway, they're trying to push mid here. Oof, the Rourke gets caught. Instantly gets bursted through his shield, so he has to retreat. No lifesteal there anymore. He gets poked. This will prolong the game a little bit. They have to wait for him to come back. Unless the enemies mess up top. Yeah, the top lane tower is taking a lot of poke damage. It's already really low. And as soon as they get that tower and the mid lane tower is really low too. One was too late on that rotation, and now the mid lane tower just ends up dropping. But the Hayate gets caught very beautifully by the Baldum flicker. But you can see the team fight is already over. The Krizzix pulled together everyone. Rourke went in and did a lot of damage. Omen went in. They ended up trading only 2 for 2, but you can see the health bars. Now it's a 4 for 2. Yeah, beautiful. You saw the health bars on the red side team. Even if they didn't die, they would have lost at least the red buff there. But now they will likely lose this tower. They decide not to push because 2 of them are already respawning. They decide to just get the red buff and this little small jungle camp. But that is already a lot. That is like 200 to 300 gold. It's like a 400 gold difference, you know, because you steal the enemy's gold. So it's plus 200 for you, minus 200 for the enemies. Quick maths. Anyway, you can see 5k gold lead already. And most of that gold lead is on the... Not most, but a lot of that gold lead is on the Hayate versus the Violet, he has a 1000 gold lead, so he is super juiced up. Actually, most of the gold lead is on Omen, 2k gold ahead of the Yena, so she cannot deal with him anymore at all in a 1v1. So what Team Flash is very comfortable in doing now, they can just siege with their 4-man with 2 poke heroes and just have Omen split push, and they have to at least send 2 people to deal with this Omen, and this is exactly what they're doing. Yena just had to flicker. If you check the minimap, she flickered away from the Omen. He didn't even use his ult, so, and he will have his flicker available soon. So as soon as that Yena, if he has flicker, he can just get those 4 stacks of minions and then just chase her and flicker ult flicker onto her, and then she pretty much dies. But as I'm saying, they just get Slayer now because they lost mid lane and top lane tier 2 tower. The top side map is way too open for 1 right now. They can't approach this Slayer at all. And of course the gold lead is a huge difference too. This is a very huge mistake by Baldum. They ended up wasting Krizzix ult as well for that. So now they will be missing some wave clear as well. Yeah, Team Flash is setting up for the mid lane to push, and there it is. The mid lane minions are already pushing in. They get the tower. They even get a Baldum ult. The Baldum ult was very unnecessary. Nothing you can get out of that. The Krizzix again pulling in the Yena. Not much that was gained from that though. She got poked a little bit, but that is not a big deal. They get the blue buff again. They're just playing really well. They're out-rotating. They're pushing the waves fast and instantly rotating to the other side of the map. And one has to respond to clear the wave, and then they can rotate after Team Flash. But as I said, it is after, so it is too late. Krizzix just gets caught, flickered way too late. But I was very surprised. Look how fast these guys were with the Krizzix ult. Look at this, mate. Look how fast they're zooming, mate. Insane. Anyway, I think the Krizzix ult boosts your movement speed a little bit, and then he went to the eye thing where you boost your whole team's movement speed. So it is just insane engages. I would definitely say, even if the enemies don't have an invis hero, just like in this game, this item is a must on Krizzix because you just want to engage super fast. And you won't always have the flicker available, so yeah. Also, I think, I'm not 100% sure, but in my opinion, I would probably think about going for the blue enchantment that lowers your cooldown time of summoner abilities like flicker, because Krizzix is truly the flicker hero. You need to S1 and then flicker in, and then yeah, you can see here, he pulls, what is this range, mate, you know? Look, he just runs in and just pulls everyone in. And then he almost dies, he has to flicker away. So he was just trying to zone them from the tower, but the range of pulling is just crazy. It's just truly crazy. Now, the thing you have to keep in mind, this hero is very similar to Timmy, where he has this charging ability that CCs everyone around him. But Timmy is very different. It's way easier, because with Timmy you can just press it to stop it early, and then it stuns everyone, but less and less damage, okay? Like a less shorter amount of stun, basically. But this hero doesn't have that. You can only, it explodes at the end. You have to time it perfectly. You can't just cancel it early and have like less of a pull. No, it's just at the end of the duration it pulls everyone in, and only then. So it is definitely harder to play. This is definitely one of the hardest supports right now in the game. Yeah, you can see how fast they burn this Slayer down with the Rourke. It's just insane. Let's see if he went Fafnir's. He didn't even go Fafnir's. He has a very interesting build. Usually, at least that's what Vex did, and I think Vex is one of the best Rourkes that I know. And he always went either Fafnir's or the Beast. So I think against tanks he went Fafnir's, and then against squishies he went the Beast, but I'm not 100% sure, guys. But I tried both those builds, and I really like the insane lifesteal that you get from both these items, especially from the Beast. So this is really interesting that he's not going for any lifesteal whatsoever, because I feel like if he went the Beast instead of Fenrir's, he would do way less damage, yeah, but he already deals so much damage, and he would just lifesteal. Like 1s1 is half your HP, guys, so it's crazy. And let's see if the Baldum went for the Mail of Pain. If I was Yena and Baldum, I would go Mail of Pain on both, because it really counters the Roark really hard. So yeah, but you can see the teamfight just breaks out. Of course, Hayate and Krizzix are such a strong combo together. You pull everyone together, and you just saw it there in that last teamfight. We can watch it again. You can see it here. Krizzix pulls everyone together. Look at this. Pulls everyone together, Hayate ult, boom, everyone is instantly dead. And Hayate even brought the flicker to... Imagine he had days, he would stun everyone, and it would be an even easier team fight. But anyway, yeah, that was a really nice game by Team Flash. They are looking very promising. Of course, one is one of the Taiwan representatives. Really strong team as well. I want to see the post game. They have really cool jackets, by the way. Yeah, they have really cool jackets. Anyway, let me see. So this is the post game. XB got the MVP. He is probably one of their biggest star, like the biggest name in their team. He has the most fans, I think. He's very famous for his Tulan and Raz. So yeah, he went 35% damage. Was a little bit of an assistance, Andy, 1-0-10. But you can see here 42% on the Violet, unlucky. Anyway, so let me just check the Mail of Pains. I just want to see that real quick. Are they going to show the items? Hello? Yeah, I don't need 15 minutes to check out percentages. I guess not, boys. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know. I will go through a lot of these AIC games because it is a lot of fun to review these and check them out with you. And I will also look for personal player POVs. This game didn't have a very exciting one. It showed both junglers. The Roark went like 4-2. It wasn't really too exciting. So yeah, for other games, I will try to do those as well. And yeah, if you enjoyed, leave a like, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, boys. Bye-bye.